Hi, my name is Garnet. Today we're going to talk about ways of activating your bowls or striking your bowls. I brought a number of different tools here, a number of different batons. They come in many different varieties. Some are just probably a piece of PVC pipe that has felt on it. Some are solid. And again, a lot of times they have a felt-like material, and I'll show you why in a moment. Other ones are just simply wood wrapped with felt. Rubber mallets are sometimes very popular. This is a piece of rubber on the end of a piece of wood. And these two mallets are actually designed for Tibetan metal singing bowls. But you can use them with your crystal bowls also. Finally, this is a very small mallet that's all wood. Now you need to be cautious with crystal bowls because they are crystal. They're quartz crystal and they can crack or break. So it's important to carry them in a proper padded container, and generally they can be struck very lightly, especially if you're using a wooden mallet. Doesn't take much of a strike. Now, one of my teachers warned me to never have wood around a large bowl because they're a bit more sensitive. So I was a little confused because the only mallet he wanted us to use with his large bowls was this one with rubber on the end. Now, I was confused because I saw the wooden handle and I thought I wasn't allowed to use it. But the point is, only hit the large ones probably with a rubber mallet or a very padded felt. Now you hear when I activate several of them, you may hear a bit of an oscillation, kind of a woo 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 woo. That oscillation is one of the most magical things about crystal bowls. That frequency, if you listen to it long enough, it can entrain your brain and your heart and your whole system to vibrate in the flutter of the frequency, the woo 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 woo. And different rates of that flutter or tremolo, as it's sometimes called with other instruments, can put your brain in various brain states depending on how fast it is. But we'll talk more about that in another video. So in this video, we're covering how to strike. A rubber mallet is always a good choice. Notice I'm trying to strike them lightly. I don't want to move them off of their donuts. And notice how they keep making sound for a while after they're struck. The amount of time that they make sound after they're struck can vary depending on the mallet. Some larger bowls can sing out for almost 2 minutes. Now, I just told you never use a wooden mallet, so I'm going to use this very lightly. You hear how it changes the beginning of the sound? It changes the attack of the sound. Now, I'm tapping it very lightly. But see, it's very light also. And because I'm tapping it so gently, eventually the energy dissipates and the bowl comes back to quiet a lot quicker. So with the rubber mallet, it's not as sharp at the beginning. Notice the difference. That more gentle sound that it makes with a rubber mallet is preferable in some situations. The reason why this wooden mallet sounds different at the start, the attack is different, and it changes the harmonics of the bowl. and the timbre that we perceive, the quality, the texture of the sound is affected by those harmonics. So in some situations where you want a more activating sound in part of your performance, it might be appropriate to use a wood mallet, but again, very gentle. Now one of these mallets, the reason why these have felt on them, it's for rubbing the outside of the bowl, but it also tends to make the hitting of the bowl much more gentle. So see, again, not a real hard attack like the all wooden one. So I like using these. Now notice this one, the sound sounds a little deeper, probably because this is heavier. It imparts more energy to the bowl, and so we get more of the deeper sounds. You hear that one's a little sharper. It tends to accentuate the higher frequencies. Notice this is much more gentle. Maybe when you're beginning your sound bath, maybe you want to use this gentle sound just to bring people into the world of the sound that you're creating. Later, as you build to your crescendo, you may choose one of these mallets. These sounds are going to be a little more stirring people up, a little more activating. Now you can also use the ones that are covered in felt, like this one. So it's kind of a compromise between the three of these. Hear the difference? Again, your mallet can be very important. Also, where you hold the mallet can sometimes make a difference. That's especially important on a special kind of mallet called a flumi, which I don't have here with me today. Now, these bowls here are all frosted. They have an outside that is a rough on all of them. The insides of the bowls are crystal smooth. And the roughness of the outside is what can be used to make the bowl sing. So, to make the bowl sing, instead of, some people start their bowls singing by striking the bowl lightly, and then you start rubbing on the outside at a slow rate. But you can also start your bowls just by the rubbing. As you see here on the smaller donut, it's a little hard to get the bowl to be stable. You want the bowl to stay stable when you're making it ring like this. But you see, as I go slowly, the friction of the felt on this mallet is hitting the frosting of the bowl, and the bowl is picking up energy as we go. You don't have to do it very fast. And notice I have it at a slight angle. That slight angle, so you're really rubbing the rim of the bowl, is very helpful. Get really good, you can do two at once. to start to hear the beat frequency between these two bowls. Again, it takes a lot of experience to try to do two bowls at once, but eventually, with practice, you'll be able to do it. Enjoy your bowls, be gentle, but try different things to get the effects that you want during your performance. Please click like, subscribe, ask any questions in the comments. I love your questions. They give me ideas on future things to make videos about with the bowls. And again, thank you very much for watching.